That's right, it's the Nerdy Podcast. Go and check us out on facebook.com/nerdymedia, on Twitter @IrishNerds, and go to patreon.com/nerdy. Throw us a few quid so we can buy a studio, start banging out videos and doing more and more things for you.
Hello and welcome to the Nerdy Podcast. I'm here with Ed.
I'm going to go now.
I'm here with Murray.
Winter is here.
I'm here with Martin.
Good evening.
I'm here with Steph.
For a second, I thought you meant the author, and I got real confused.
And I'm here with Gar.
Yep.
And I'm just going to say, that's the shortest winter ever.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
Yep.
The long night, you mean the a bit dark for one
The
night?
6 hours.
Yeah.
The 6 hours of darkness.
The perfectly average night.
The grim evening.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I enjoyed it while I was watching it. It was only when it was over.
When you thought about it?
Yeah, I got a little bit fucked off. While it was happening, I was perfectly fine with it.
Like, I'd say I watched it again, like, an hour ago. Like, before we came here, I was in my mate's gaff watching it because one of my friends was very regularly since season 3 has done extra work on Game of Thrones. So they have viewing parties every week, and I was in that gaff watching it. On the second viewing, I thought it was a lot better. Admittedly, I watched it before the darkness became a meme, so I didn't know to turn my brightness up.
Yeah.
So they threw the brightness way up when we watched it. It seemed a lot, whether it's the brightness or just it was projected, it seemed a lot better.
Yeah, I don't know. The whole thing, like I said, when I was watching it, I was squinting a lot.
Yeah,
It's
not just that it's dark. It's just like, particularly in the first 15 minutes, there's just a lot going on. It's an awful lot of bodies running into other bodies. And like there's a part where, when they get to the part where they kind of retreat back into the courtyard, there's a man who gets pushed over, and I don't know if it's fucking Jamie, I don't know if it's Sam. It's just a man with hair gets pushed over, and it's impossible to tell who it is.
I read a thing today that was very, very good, and it was some website that was interviewing like military historians, and they showed them that episode of Game of Thrones and asked about like military tactics, and every single one of them said the whole thing was basically backwards. Like, your cavalry don't charge in first.
That's what we were saying earlier. It's like you keep them on the flanks till the very end.
Exactly. They stay on the outside, keeping all the enemy to stop them from flanking you. So cavalry just kind of reeve around the outside, kind of harry.
The spearmen should have been up the front, and the artillery should have been bombarding them before they even reached the spearmen for about 2 hours.
Yeah, exactly. And they were saying they showed those like trebuchets
for 1 minute
once.
Yeah,
they all fired like once, and they were right. The horses are there. Stop.
Yeah, like it was.
Right, the horses are all dead. Fire them again, then you don't.
No, let's just leave it.
And the fact that like their heaviest weapon, the dragons that could conceivably turn the entire tide, didn't come in until like 20 minutes into the battle.
They were being driven by idiots.
Yeah,
what annoyed me about the dragons is they did stuff, and then they would stop doing stuff, and then they would start doing stuff, and then you're like,
they kept landing.
There's no consistency about them at all. It was just nonsense.
They kept going on this on again, off again chase after the Night King, even though the whole plan, as John put it, was let's just stick Bran,
get him to Godswood,
get him in Godswood. He'll stay there. The Night King's going to come for him.
Yeah.
When he does, we'll get him.
Yeah.
And then they do this on again. Actually, you know what? I'll go have a little whip around the castle first and see if I can find him.
Just going to do nuts in the car park.
Can't find him. I'll just sit on this wall. Yeah. I'll just sit on this wall for 5 minutes. I won't use.
I find a giant castle, right? And there's a moat around it full of fire.
Yeah.
And there's a million zombies coming. I put one dragon on one fucking crenellation, one on the other, and I just breathe.
Well, one of the biggest things that the military kind of tacticians were saying is that moat of fire should have been like a mile away. So that should be pushed way, way, way out.
And it should have been a bit wider than 2 feet.
Yeah, exactly. But the whole idea is that you have they're not talking about zombies, they're talking about enemies in general. Yeah. But the whole idea is that you try and tire the enemy out before they get to you. So your infantry are fresh and ready to spear the shit out of them, you know?
They do not tire,
but like
they do not rest.
7 lads lay down on that fucking thing. And they had a bridge and they were done.
Yeah, that should have been like fucking 300 foot wide.
But also, all the other fights before this, they were like, I'll touch you in a match, and they just burst into flames.
Yeah, exactly.
And this will be like, oh, I'm now inflammable.
Yeah.
I'll just lie down here.
There's an amazing Twitter thread I saw this morning. It's some guy, some random Australian guy, and he went, I'm going to try and explain this battle by using 4th edition Warhammer Fantasy rules. And he's like, so you see, the Dothraki guys had the frenzy condition, so they had to charge as soon as they could. But so that's why they
put them at the bank so they can't charge.
So that's why they ran off ahead. But then, once you break a unit with Frenzy, they lose Frenzy. So then they ran back and they could regroup. And then he was like, and Spearman can fight in 2 ranks. And the Night King had the Orb of Winter. So once the dragons were flying high, they couldn't come back down to the ground. It's amazing. It's just him using all the He's just him using all the like old fort. And he's like, the Night King, so you keep him away because once your lord dies, your whole army dies.
Yeah, I was saying, like, in old Warhammer, you had to put another hero in your units to stop them crumbling.
Yeah.
So they didn't do that, so their whole army crumbled. That was a mistake.
All those lads look real bad. Like, those were remastered, they got...
I noticed the Night King looked the best in Hardhome. He looked like proper from Hellraiser.
Never just
and every season they go, no, I think they try to overcomplicate it and overdo it.
They're doing something with it that's just completely fucked. Like,
it's too blue and jelly. Like
he doesn't look too bad, but all his mates that walk up behind him, there's one that's kind of fat. He's got like a big chin on him, and
that's George R. R. Martin.
He looks like he's just put a big he looks like he's put the fucking the Halloween mask on.
The Wish White Walker mask.
That's what he got.
Maybe they ran out of budget. I don't know.
I said that in the thread as well, that the first time you actually see the White Walkers kind of walking around, that they're fucking garbage looking. And it's only the scenes where the Night King is kind of standing around on his own that there's a little bit of effort put into him. When he's with the lads, he doesn't look great either. He needs to be like practical with a little bit of CG on him, but not either or. When they're doing full CG, he's shy. When they're doing full practical, he's shy. He has to have a little bit of fucking, little bit of glow to him, but not too much, you know.
But I guess the main issue I had with the whole episode was it's exactly what we talked about. We kind of touched on it last week. If this was still based on the books, half of those cunts would have died.
More than half.
But we were saying that we think this has gone too traditional TV show, that the plot armor kicked in.
See, I was thinking about that earlier, and I don't know, because I started thinking back to the other battle scenes, and who really died in any of the other battle scenes?
Well,
from the books that Martin wrote, who actually died
from Game of Thrones? Right, it's never apart from the Red Wedding.
Like I don't disagree in the plot armor thing.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is it was rarely a massacre. It's usually one or two, because if you kill 20 people, there's no impact. Yeah. If you kill one big person, it's like holy shit. And if you do it semi-regularly, it's great.
Like, they killed a bunch of people this episode, but they're all minor characters.
They're all B-list.
They didn't even kill a bunch. They
killed like 4 people.
Yeah.
In fact, they didn't. Like, one of them kills herself.
I straight up thought Sansa was going to kill herself in the crypts.
Oh, you thought that as well?
There's a scene where she's like nodding at Tyrion.
The two of those, they take out daggers and they look at each other and they hold each other's hands, and the music starts playing.
I thought you
I turned to the cat and said, they're going to kill each other, or they're going to kill themselves. They're going to fucking support each other. Yeah,
that's what I thought.
And then they just go on a little adventure around the crypt.
The crypt thing is bullshit.
You hide around the corner and the 50 zombies won't see you.
They hide behind a fucking tomb that lads just burst out of it. It's like, this will be safe. And then they just kind of creep around while other people are getting killed, and then suddenly they come across Varys, who's just sitting in the corner looking really sad because he's done fuck all.
Yeah. He hasn't even had any dialogue in the last 2 seasons.
He says like one line, and that's about it.
I think the weirdest bit of the plot armor is like if you watch the whites or the zombies in every other previous season and in every other battle scene, they're like fucking shanking people, like fucking 5 stabs a second or something like that.
Yeah, vicious,
but as soon as they hit any sort of relevant character, you're like, if you treated these creatures with any sort of consistency, Jaime's dead 10 times over. Brienne's dead 10 times over. Pod's dead 10 times over.
Sam should have died 4 times that episode.
Sam's right in the book.
He just needed to...
We not read Lord of the Rings.
He just stabbing people in the dick.
That's it. He does a lot of dick stabbing in that fucking episode.
But anyone in that courtyard should have been dead.
Yes, like everyone.
You kept bringing about it, and the whole thing, there's excellent looking scenes in it. Like the Dothraki riding into the darkness.
Dothraki, the flames going out.
That flames going out, that's the best shot.
It's absolutely...
the dragons in the moon.
That's gorgeous, but in terms of like setting the scene, in terms of like spook, the way there's like no music or anything like that, you just see them galloping, and giving it loads, and as they disappear, galloping the country like 3 miles. The horses are going to be bollocks by the time they get there. Not only that, they don't have the right weapons, right?
Not only that, they're fucking galloping into darkness.
Exactly, they don't even know where they're going. It's not like the White Walkers are glowing.
The shot of the dragons up at the moon,
it's beautiful.
It's beautiful. It's going to be everyone's wallpaper on their PCs at home.
Yeah, but that's...
But the shot that affected me the most
was the Dothraki.
The Dothraki right into the darkness and all of the swords going out.
Yeah,
that was the moment that made me go off.
That set it for me. Where I was like, this is because we hadn't really seen the actual Army of the Dead properly.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
We still didn't.
We still didn't. Yeah. We saw the 700 extras fucking multiplied on the computer by 10,000 in the dark. But the fact that we hadn't seen the Army. And we get to see the Dothraki who've been built up for 8 seasons to be fucking absolute marauder.
Yeah.
Fucking
Jamie outright saying they're going to kick the shit out of everyone.
Everyone, exactly, right? So they go off and they're obviously meant to be like fucking the probing fucking lion.
Yeah.
That's the idea. And then the fact that the camera stays back at the front line while the lads run off.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, lads. It was one of them lovely, long pull, slow Reservoir Dogs kind of fucking scenes. And then you just puff, 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 puff. And I kept thinking, like, maybe that's them fighting. But after it went on for like 20, 25 seconds, you're down to like 2 lights.
You realise it's going to go,
like, oh my fucking God. Like,
so it's getting a little quiet as well. Like, you can hear them screaming off in the distance.
Exactly. But like the fact
and then
that...
you slowly hear, it's that their screams are slowly drowned out by the scream of the whites as well.
Yeah. It's just the scene setting for like the tidal wave that we saw coming then about 5 minutes later, if even, like that tidal wave of enemies.
Yeah.
Which was just like that full World War Z fucking effect.
Yeah, some of that was brilliant, but
but there was a lull after that of just fighting, and we've seen that.
I didn't like the first 5 maybe 10 minutes of the fight. I didn't like because it was kind of like the Transformers movies kind of thing. Where it's a bunch of shots, you can see a bunch of movement, but you have no idea what's going on.
Yeah, there's no plan. It's just
like. But I think it was meant to be chaos.
Like you can't there's chaos in this. Like you can't even tell what moving parts are from what side.
Yeah.
I tell you what, I was watching this on my laptop, and I said it in our thread. If you watch something in HDR, right, high dynamic range, the blacks are blacker, the brightness is brighter, and that show it will look great on a 4K TV. Problem is, when you're watching that on a normal TV, you get this sea blob of blackness, and it goes into 3 gradations, and you get these blobs and really obvious differentiations, right?
Like I watched the show. The first time I watched it was on a 4K TV in my apartment, and the second time was on a 4K projector. On my TV, it was still quite dark.
Well, you might have been watching a 720p stream.
No, it was 1080. Like I know mine was 1080. I don't know what the lads downloaded.
Yeah, I watched the 1080 and I could see what was going on, but I was constantly like angling myself, like leaning forward.
Yeah, but you're leaning the screen back and forward to get the shine.
Like what the fuck's happening?
As the light changed, I think it was Helmet that said the 720 was dirt.
Yeah,
I watched it on that Now TV app that gets the stream.
That'll
from,
be 1080 probably.
I assume it's 1080. It didn't look like 1080 to me. It looked.
Mine was garbage in 1080. Yeah. You could tell the resolution wasn't great.
Yeah. No, I got a good 1080 torrent.
Yeah. No, you didn't.
What are you talking about?
Yeah.
We all watched it on Sky.
Yeah.
Well, it's definitely an issue in the sense of this is the only episode that has stood out in terms of like people are writing articles about. This is what you need to do to get your TV to look good for this one episode.
Well, I think there's a technical issue problem, but it was also to hide stuff as well. It's on purpose.
Oh yeah. But think about it. Look at how many battles we've seen in movies and TV shows that were shot at night. Like Helm's Deep was fucking shot at night, and it's raining, and he knew everything that was happening.
Yeah, but they turned the brightness way up so that you can see on purpose, right?
This was like
night, and then
if you read some of the stuff that the guy who directed this talks about, and the cinematographers and stuff, they talk about like. This was filmed using like candlelight and torch light. That's it. Natural light only. This is why this took 55 night shoots to do. And
well, maybe they should have just done it artificially and made it.
Maybe they should have because
film it in daylight and then turn the brightness down.
Like I said to people, imagine being. This took like 55 nights and 750 people, crew and cast to make. And all people can talk about is can't see shit.
Yeah, exactly.
Until the fire kicks in.
Sickened.
Until the fire kicks in, you can't see shit. You
spent
spent 2 months listening to some prick director.
Yeah.
In the middle.
Now
of the
run
night,
at each other. Now turn the reel on and soak them.
We've got 10 minutes to do this shot.
No one sees it.
Nobody sees it. All the people goes. There's loads of blobs.
You know who didn't spend 55 nights out there? Tyrion. No fucking way, lads. He was there for like 2 days.
Oh, they were all in the studio. None of them were on the walls.
Fucking mad.
At least Jon Snow earns his money. You have to give him that.
Oh, fuck yeah.
He's always.
I was sweating. Always sweating that lad. Always. There's a million holes in it. I thought more.
My biggest problem was the dragons. in that whole episode. The use and non-use of them all over the place.
My biggest problem was the main big spoiler, the Night King dying.
Yeah.
Like that, there should have been more back and forth in that fight.
Yeah.
Like that was jump, grab, drop, stab, dead.
Yeah.
Like I like the way she did the knife drop because it was a good throwback. And
like
I thought
it was a cool shot and it was a throwback, but that should have been one move in a fight. That shouldn't have been the entire fight.
I like that they.
By that
sure, it can be the end of it, but
Arya's not going to have a fucking showdown.
The
whole point was that
I don't think it should have been Arya. I think it should have been Jon.
He's got He's got all his mates.
Here's why. No, here's why it's Arya. If you think about it.
Yeah.
Arya went off to be learned to be a killer assassin.
Yeah.
And the reason you never thought it was Arya is because Arya has a list, and the Night King is not on the list, right?
Yeah.
So he gives you this list of Arya's here to kill Cersei. Arya's not killing Cersei. Arya's job is done now.
Yeah. Oh, Jaime's killing.
But her whole going to assassin school was to be able to do this.
Yeah.
I do like that they foreshadowed it when she went, "Oh, you'll close Blue Eyes," and it's like, and you kind of go back in the day. You were like,
first I was thinking, Melisandre, does she have blue eyes?
That's what I thought as well.
I was trying to think, who has blue eyes?
But it was a callback to when Arya was in Bravos, and it was like, yeah, she's just going to kill loads of cunts. That's just the colour the cunts' eyes are.
Yeah.
And then in there you go, oh yeah, so she's going to... But it's there. The crumbs are there. But I just didn't put it together at the time. And then as soon as he did it, was like...
I was real fucked off that the Night King died. I don't care who kills him that much. I was fucked off that the Night King dies. And then I kind of realised that, like...
There was no other way out of that.
But it's not even that. It's like, in my head, this fucking... I had the Night King pegged as, like, the main baddie.
Yeah.
But, like...
Yeah.
He's not.
No, he's never been.
He's not even in the book. The Night King is in the book, and that's a different character altogether. He's nothing to do with anything. He's nothing to do with fucking zombies or anything. Like, the Night King is a different character. That's
the whole...
Bran the Builder. It's just a legend.
Yeah,
a legendary
the whole magic aspect of Game of Thrones is very much a B-plot.
Oh yeah, this is just the West Wing in Lord of the Rings fucking setting or whatever, right? So, the more I thought about it, I was like, Cersei is the baddie. Really. If there is a baddie.
Well, she is now, yeah.
But like the fucking show was called Game of Thrones. Do you know what I mean? Like the Night King didn't want the throne. He just wanted to kill everybody and whatever.
I think the reason we're disappointed is we all assumed they were going to lose the Battle of Winterfell, not win it.
Yeah, I thought they were going to fall back.
And fall back. And then they were going to destroy King's Landing as well.
Yeah.
And I thought, this is going to be amazing.
Yeah.
Now it's like there's going to be a scrap between 50 people.
I never thought they were going to get all the way to King's Landing.
No.
Well, I thought they might have to do with fucking...
I thought too much of the world would be wrecked.
But that's kind of the idea.
Well, that was the whole scary point.
No, I do think that they were going to fall back out of
Winterfell.
But I didn't think they were going to get all the way to him.
Do you know what I think? So, I think this is a nod to Tolkien, which Martin has said is one of his biggest influences. So this is...
Fantasy story, Tolkien, biggest influence.
Shut the fuck up. He said it a million times that that's one of his biggest influences.
Imagine
everyone's biggest influence.
Imagine I fucking hate him.
Actually, I think Lord of the Rings is shite.
Yeah, exactly.
This is Return of the King, the book, not Return of the King, the movie. Where in the movie, Pelennor Fields and the Battle at the Black Gate is the ending.
Yeah.
Where in the book, that's halfway through. That's the end of book 5.
Yeah.
And book 6 is...
Yeah, but
the last big battle is the scouring of the Shire and then figuring out what happens to everybody. And I think now King's Landing, the Battle of King's Landing, whatever they're going to call it, is the scouring of the Shire.
Well, I think that's the prize, isn't it? So the prize has to be reasonably intact for something.
But everyone hates Return of the King after the Battle of Pelennor Fields. Everyone goes, why is this still going on?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So are we going to have the same thing in our Game of Thrones? It doesn't matter now. It just ended there in episode 3.
Jedi ceremony with the Ewoks, like.
Well, I think it's the exact thing that Steph said there, and we said the last couple of weeks. This is a show about the characters.
Yes,
it's a character-driven show. So this is
but they fucked the characters over the last 3
seasons.
It's
politics. It's not
exactly.
It is. It's the West Wing. Like, it really is. I still maintain that I don't think anybody's getting the Iron Throne. I think that might be the final twist. I would also not be surprised if that wasn't the final twist, that someone does get the throne and everybody gets the happy ending. You know what I mean? At this stage of the game.
As I said...
There's too much happy endings in the show now.
As I said last week, I know one of the possibilities. So I'm going to keep my mouth shut.
Yes.
Because I don't want to say it in case it's true.
But this is what could happen.
Yeah.
Nice one.
No, I'm not going to say shit.
This man dies on podcast.
I have an empty glass bottle.
Yeah, exactly. I've got a full one, even better.
The dream.
I feel I feel like it's gone to traditional TV show now. That it is just going to be what it's going to. It's send fans fans home happy.
Yeah, because
we couldn't
t-shirts and pennies now, lads.
We couldn't kill Brienne and fucking Thuman because they haven't fucked yet, right? We can't kill Grey Worm and Melisandre or whatever she's called because they have to go to the beach.
Yeah.
Right? So who the fuck can we kill?
I think they will Skyvarp a load of them in any way.
Half of them should have... If half of that cast had died, it would have been a much better episode.
Yeah.
And everyone's complaining about it.
I wouldn't say half, but some like major, at least one major character should have done
like
that.
Only 6 people need to make it out of that fucking
But see,
thing.
they cocked
even if you
last
think
week.
about that's exactly it.
That makes that episode worse.
I like the episode last week, and I like the episode last week more than I like this one, in spite of this one happening.
You mad bastard.
But everyone who has kind of a moment last week is mostly based around there's someone they love or care about, and anyone who died is not a person that anyone loved or cared about.
No, who gives a fuck about the lads in the fucking...
Like, not fucking Captain Friendzone is the closest one to anyone caring.
Yeah,
even
before you
then,
continue,
she doesn't really care about him.
The best death in
that way.
The best death in that episode was the little bear.
Yeah.
That was one of the greatest endings of any character, right?
Super, yeah.
And they put more effort and more thought into her death than Jorah's.
Yeah.
But that was a complete fan service death.
Yeah, but Jorah died because she's a dope.
She gets to die, but she gets to also kill the giant because she's a little girl, and everyone likes the little girl because she's fucking giving all the...
Yeah, but that scene was absolutely... When the giant crushed her, that was brutal.
Was that 1-1?
Yes.
I thought it was.
I assumed it was. It looked like
it
would
have to look like 1-1.
Like, here's all the things we were hoping to get. We were hoping to get zombie Ned Stark. We got fuck all.
No,
right?
No.
We were hoping to get dead Hodor. We got fucking nothing.
No. All the
zombie Ned Stark apart. Like,
if you say he's apparently in the background, nobody cares.
He's in the gloom there.
No. I looked up the. I didn't even go looking for this, but I found the list of apparently the 4 zombies that got raised.
Yeah.
Supposedly he's one of them. I didn't notice it.
Bollocks. It is.
Supposedly it's him, Lyanna.
They'd make a
bollocks.
They'd make a much bigger deal out of it.
Bollocks.
Yeah, but supposedly, if you take a Sega controller and you plug it into a PS2, this happens.
Absolute bollocks.
Like all the people who die in that show, in that episode, not that it's made, and then they get raised again. Yeah. Like Little Bear gets raised again.
They're the important ones.
His mate from the wall gets raised again. Even when they get raised again, nobody has to face them now.
No.
Like his mate.
Imagine Jorah had to fight Little Bear.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah. Or fucking Jon Snow had to fight the fucking Captain of the Night's Watch.
Yeah. There's so many missed opportunities.
None of that happens. Like, oh fuck, his mate has come back.
Like Sam should have fought Ed. Yeah. That would have been awesome.
My favourite thing in that entire episode.
Do you know? Just to continue on from that as well. Khaleesi's Blood Riders get raised as well.
But they're miles away.
No, but they see them.
One or two of them, yeah.
Like one of them.
There's some of them get back. When you see Jorah coming back on his horse, there's a lot of them on foot running behind him.
Well, I do
like when Jorah nodded it but didn't say anything. Just to say,
I think if you wanted to give Jorah's death scene impact, because they showed you, and it wasn't just one of the riders, one of the 3 main lads. It should have been one of them going at Jorah.
Oh yeah.
Rather than just a lot of randos, because they were all in the vicinity.
Yeah. I don't know the character's name, but there is one of those guys who he's had speaking lines before. So he's someone like he obviously has a name. And he is
Captain of the Dothraki.
He is one of the guys. Who
gets there is, just the fucking the next.
He gets up in close enough proximity to where
it's the
Jon went down, and then where Danny
it's the 3 they call the Queen's Guard.
Yeah. Exactly.
But so he stands up, but nobody. Then he never has any interaction.
Yeah, and according to the fucking lore of that episode, that everybody's within fucking 15 meters of each other at some stage, and anyway, like dragons crashing Jorah's fucking over there.
Yeah, Jorah is able to get out of the courtyard, past everything that's between the courtyard and fucking.
And what's his face? Fucking
nobody stops.
No bollocks. Fucking Fishman, Ironborn. Lily Allen's brother. I can't remember his actual fucking name in the show. Theon and like fucking 4 other lads hold off the entire army of the dead with
bows. Yeah. You're in a courtyard. Yeah. That's the worst weapon.
About 5 meters away.
Yeah. Literally just ping. Couldn't have been set on fire by dragons and still running around and all. And these lads with arrows are just nailing them.
All the lads conveniently running one at a time. Of course, the lad with the spear with a white bird.
It's like a comic book. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. You know, nonsense. My favourite scene in the entire thing is when it starts raining bodies. When Jon's running after the Night's King and it's raining bodies, to me, there's something about the way it was shot and the urgency it adds to the whole thing. It's fucking insane.
It's because
it's just World War Z.
The bodies are just running, and because they've no self-awareness or self-preservation skills, they're just. I'm just going to run off this ledge here, and I'm just going to fall straight down. I'm probably going to break my legs, but I don't care. I'm just going to keep going.
Exactly.
And lads just keep doing that.
It's just insane. And some of them are coming straight down from like parapets and everything. And obviously, I think a few of them are still getting shaken off the dragon as well. So it's just this fucking absolute iron rain of fucking bodies. And they don't even look like bodies. It's just like objects fall from the sky around him and nailing people while he runs, and he's watching Sam nearly getting fucking eaten, and
he just says
he can't do anything.
He looks at Sam for like a second, can't do anything.
Exactly. Lloyd's King has to be next. Like
what I loved about John running at the dragon was he did exactly what I think I'd do if I had to charge a dragon. Where you go, right, I'm going to do this, and he sprinted 4 steps and went, holy fuck, that's a dragon. I just dive behind the wall.
It looks like he's going to take a run.
If you played Dark Souls 3, there's a level where you have to sneak past this dragon that's in the courtyard, and it keeps breathing fumes in it. And I'm convinced that's what they copied, right?
Could be. Because there's definitely like the thing with the dragons above the clouds. Like I'm pretty sure that was in How to Train Your Dragon 1 as well. Like,
well, it was glorious. The CGI now is beautiful.
It's gorgeous.
Right? We were talking.
There's one part with the dragons that I have to go back and find it again, but there's a part where it's taken from like an over the shoulder shot, and it's the worst looking thing I've ever seen in that show, because it looks like somebody has an animatronic head of a big dragon and they're just like fucking shaking it back and forth.
Fucking Jim Henson's
ghost. Yeah, like a Jim Henson fucking thing.
Wanking this dragon's skull around. No. There's bits in it that are shy, bits in it that are deadly. Overall,
I'd give that a 6 out of 10.
Yeah, for me it's about a 6 out of 10, and only because there's 2 or 3 scenes that are fucking baller. Yeah. For something that was built up to be like the biggest, most elaborate battle in fucking televisions.
This was built up as going to be, you thought Hardhome was deadly. This pisses on Hardhome.
Bollocks.
Yeah.
Like we were talking earlier, remember they had all these defences set up, and they had dragon glass on the crenellations in the castle.
Yeah.
But they had them on the high part of the crenellation, not the low part.
Well, yeah.
And the low parts where the fucking zombies climbed in.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, what was the fucking point of that?
Yeah.
And they had giant logs covered in dragon glass that were meant to be dropped down the walls.
Yeah,
and they just sat there, and you're like...
There's no like rocks covered in dragon glass, there's no like oil or anything.
No.
Just...
They did fuck all. You could have had burning oil, exactly, set the whole fucking lot on fire.
Exactly. The whole thing about the actual defences of the castle is fucking bullshit.
Like I was saying this again, I think it's kind of entirely based off kind of the tragedy at the start. The whole thing was just made of how cool can we make this look.
That's all.
But you have to plan it out and plot.
Let's completely.
It was lack of plot that fucked it.
Like they could have got, it would have been much better had they got people and said, right, how if you were to defend this castle, how would you defend it? And then let's us then write the story of how you still get over.
Would make sense, and
like even not going accurate and just going with this looks cool. If when they had just gotten to the top of the giant World War Z pile is getting to the top of the wall, if they had dumped burning oil on top of that and the whole thing had burnt down, that would look fucking awesome.
And then you still give them a reprieve, and then you show that they're still going to climb on top of the burning bodies.
We were saying it earlier as well, is like, if you watch Helm's Deep, the first half of Helm's Deep, they're wrecking the orcs.
Yeah.
It's only when they blew up the fucking thing, right, that they get fucked.
Yeah.
We were saying, if you'd had to start, you have all these dragon glass weapons and you're firing everything, if they were absolutely nailing the undead, and then only because he turned up in a dragon and swung it the other way, and then you have it turn the other way, and then they get into mortal danger, and then you actually feel scared. Yeah. But they just started with, you're fucked, and you're just more fucked, and you're even more fucked.
They started with the numbers at 11, and they just kept going.
Yeah. At one stage, it looked like, not that they were winning, but it could have evened out a little bit until fucking Night King started raising people again. It was when the dead... We obviously know now that if you kill someone dead with dragon glass, they can come back up again if the Night King raises them again as well, right?
Well, not anymore, you can't.
Well, then we can't. So, we now know that they can be fucking raised again, but the whole fucking thing being that once these lads get into the fucking castle and turn everything to shite, like, the way they start doing these cuts, like, where... Like Jamie and Brianna are literally just lads on their faces.
Yeah.
They're dead in 1 second after the camera
instantly.
They're just being held up against walls by 20 lads.
Exactly. If like fucking 5,000 Dothraki were fucking wrecked.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Then I know they're meant to be fucking shit-hot, or two of them are meant to be shit-hot. Yeah. And fucking they're cleaving away up, but they're literally with their backs against the walls. Yep. And there's literally, you see somebody, like a zombie at their face with a knife or whatever the fuck it is, and then it cuts away. And then it comes back to it 2 minutes later again. And the lads are clearing a bit of space for themselves. Like, that. Again, I know it's a fucking fantasy TV show, but like, there's bits that are just fucking shit. My Elwyn wouldn't know what end of a fucking sword killed somebody. And my Elwyn would watch that. You know what I mean? My Elwyn would watch that and go, like, stupid bastards. Yeah. Like, the whole thing was backwards. And for somebody who, like, whenever we play fucking Warhammer and read these fucking stupid books and watch these stupid television shows all the time. So this kind of stuff was being ingrained into us anyway. Yeah. But like, if you're average Joe,
I think your normal Joe Soap thought that was probably the best episode of TV ever, and they all loved it.
Well, I think they loved it, the action of it. But I think if you asked them, was that a good plan by John and the gang?
I don't think your average person even considers that.
Well, my girlfriend was talking at work, and she said that she talked with friends at work, and the consensus from everyone was battle was too long and a bit boring, and not enough people died.
Yeah, of course.
So people who like Game of Thrones, whether you like the fantasy element or the fighting element or not, you like the fact that people die in Game of Thrones. That's the number one reason. And they didn't do that.
Yeah,
that no one's safe.
Game of Thrones was notorious for not having plot armor for so long.
Yeah,
but I think Steph, you said it in one of the group chats where the Dothraki running off first when it makes absolutely no sense.
Bullshit.
It's just this episode was just how do we get all of the Mookie pieces off the board? Like, how do we get all these people off the board that we now don't have to account for the last 3 episodes?
Well, that's the thing about it this way.
All the B-listers are gone.
Yeah.
All the mooks that they're like, okay, we don't want to have to fucking worry about 20 million horses and lads that aren't going to do anything for going down to King's Landing. Just get rid of them all.
Exactly, but think about it from a budgetary point of view as well. They're after spilling their full fucking 9-roper load on this fucking big battle, right? Yeah. What do? They get rid of as many of the extras and as many characters as they can. Yeah. Get rid of all this bullshit in one go.
Yeah.
So the next fucking 3 episodes can be like smaller engagements with like fucking Daenerys and whoever 5 or 6 lads around there.
Well, there's no elephants.
Exactly. So they can really. I'm not saying it's going to be that much cheaper, but they definitely, from a budgetary point of view, shaved fucking millions off. Having to
I'm sure that
show 40,000 fucking troops marching towards King's Landing. Like, now they can do just a fucking single line that they can clone in fucking whatever, in Foley or whatever they do, and off it goes.
I was just thinking, right, if you know the way they got to season 4 and then the book's finished, and then they've had to make up all the shit that they've made up, right? Imagine if George R. R. Martin had not finished season 4 as a book. If these guys were writing it, we'd have got halfway through season 4 and then George said, I haven't finished the book, that's as long as you got.
Yeah.
There's no way the Red Viper dies.
No.
Because every time they get an actor that they like, that they go, the fans like this guy. Well, we're keeping him forever. Yeah. Fucking the Viper's going to win the fucking throne.
Maybe because like you mentioned the fucking Grey Worm and whatever the fuck her name is.
Missandei.
Do people actually like that? Like, who gives a fuck if they like?
Girls like that. No, she likes him even though he has no penis. I tell you what, go home, everybody who's with a girlfriend, cut your penis off and see how long your girlfriend stays with you. It's going to be a week maximum.
Hey, look, it's 2019. It's 2019. Everyone eats ass now. That's all I'm saying.
Exactly.
Maybe she's at the.
And then they're going to get fucking maggots in their brain and die. Zone Rogan, do not eat ass, children. Don't do it.
They would have thought that. It's kind of like going. They could conceivably die because who gives a fuck about them?
Yeah. They should be straight up dead.
They should be dead already. Yeah.
At least he should be dead, definitely.
He was in the front line.
Yeah.
He should have been. Do you know what? We have. Remember that? I actually thought. Do you remember they go? We have to drop the bridge and set the fire, and the fire's not working.
Yeah.
I thought he was going to be the Uruk-hai, right?
Yeah.
I thought he was going to get a torch, run in, jump in, and die, and that would have been a brilliant death.
He looked like he was looking around for like a bin on fire.
Or do you know when he saw Missandei? In my head, I went, he's going to tell Missandei to set him on fire, and he's going to jump into the trench.
Her fucking walking up to the thing was the most annoying thing in the episode, actually, because she just walks up with all the grace in the world.
Yeah.
There's not a fight going on or anything.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
Like, she casually strolls up. She's not even running.
Or jogging, at least.
Yeah.
I've got a couple
of
questions.
Saunter.
I have a couple of questions, right?
Fast walk.
Why did she die?
I think she used
again taking a piece off the
board.
Right,
my theory was
setting the shit on fire. Then she's like, I'm ancient now.
I thought she was going to die as soon as she set the swords on fire. Because remember, she tried and she tried and she tried, and I thought she's going to have to give it every bit of juice she has left, a bit like Luke Skywalker, right? Burn herself out, and she's pretty much dead. Now that's what did happen, but she was able to keep the illusion up for a bit longer.
Like I was going to say, I think
she also thought your mom was going to kill her, and I think she went, you know what? I'm going to take the necklace off.
He fucking gets close to her. It's Dawn, and he's like this, looking at his watch, going, "Come on, you said fucking Dawn, you'd be dead. You're still alive."
Yeah.
Like her death was clearly like the old school Spawn thing, where he had X amount of power.
Luke Skywalker.
She used up the last of it to set that trench on fire.
But
she was on like 3 power left.
I took it that her death was because she believes so much in the Lord of Light and that she talks to him. I think that her whole death is that she's completed everything he told her that she has to do, and she thinks that once people are told that once you've done once Stannis,
mission's over.
Once Stannis has fulfilled his mission, he dies. So her whole thing is there's nothing left for me to do. I'm 1,000,000 years old anyway.
To be fair, a lot of the stuff she's done was a lot of fucking bollocks, and anyway, it's just kind of plastered over, wasn't it?
Well, a lot of her stuff, like she got everything wrong, but she got the last bits right.
Yeah, so that counts.
Yeah,
So she knew Arya was going to be the one to do it, and all this here, right? So the prince who was promised is a little girl tomboy.
Yeah.
No one saw that coming.
Alright. Also,
Yeah, what are your questions?
what the fuck is Bran? What is a three-eyed raven? What is it? And why does the Night King want
He's
it?
just autistic.
It looks like it.
No, but that's not the point. Like, the whole thing is the Night King, I need to find you and I need to kill you. Why?
Yeah, why?
Yeah.
No, we don't know, because we'll never know, right?
What he was saying, he just wants to. He wants to kill everything.
No, but
Bran-
We could have killed everything and fucking
Basically,
left Bran.
Bran is human Wikipedia,
But
and he wants to erase all knowledge.
No, but
there's
they made a
like,
point
He
saying that he has to kill
walk
Bran.
up. He had to walk up to him to do something.
Yeah, he has to
if
do
he
something
If he
to the
wanted to
three-eyed
kill
raven.
Bran, he could have just flown over with his dragon.
And
Yeah.
kill
There
Bran.
he is.
Yeah.
Torch, you're dead.
Yeah.
There's something specific about it. I think they're probably gonna do like a big exhibition double on it, and it's gonna be terrible, and nobody's gonna be happy.
It could be, like, everyone's thought that Bran is the Night King, right?
like a cycle.
So-
He is it.
So to kill the Night King so early, right, is a disappointment for everybody.
Yeah.
So what if, at like the second last or last episode, somebody fucking stabs a fucking dragon glass into Bran and turns him into the Night King or some... Like the Night King comes back. We're not expecting the Night King to come back. What if he's Jason?
What I was thinking it was going to go. This reference will be lost to some of yous, but it'll be in World of Warcraft with the Lich King expansion, where the last boss of the expansion is the Lich King and you beat him. And there's a cutscene where it's like, if there's no Lich King, the undead are going to go fucking mental and destroy everything. So one of the like B-list heroes that they wanted to write out of the story
He makes himself the Night
takes
King.
the throne,
Yeah.
and he says there must always be a Lich King, and he's keeping them as much in check as he can. I thought it was going to be something like that, where the Night King goes to kill Bran. Bran does some weird autistic magic, and then he goes, "Okay, I'm the Night King now.
Magicism.
I'll keep them at bay. Everyone fucks off back north. Go deal with Cersei."
See, I still think that Gilly's baby is something.
Little Sam? No,
Little Sam.
he's never appearing again.
I was thinking about it as well. You know,
No, because
hasn't
he was meant to be a baby that's meant to be given to the Night King.
Did
White.
Gilly die?
He's
No.
a baby that's promised. Right?
There
She
was
was
just
the
loads of generic homely looking moths.
No,
that died.
that's
like
it.
all one of
It
them
was
was
Homely looking. Fucking Baker nuts.
Wow.
But then,
Sweepers and-
but there's a really clear scene of one of those women,
Chamber pot cleaners.
one of those women hitting the ground after being
It does
raped.
look a bit like her.
No, it's not.
It was her.
No.
You see her near
there's,
the end.
there's something I thought about earlier. Like, I haven't thought about it in a while. There's a scene way back in one of the older seasons where Craster hands off one of the babies,
Yeah.
and the Night King touches it, and it starts to turn into something that looks
White
like
Walker,
him.
yeah.
It turns
Yeah.
into White Walker.
That's
So
what
I don't know
I'm
if he fucking like feeds them with Instagrow or something, and they just suddenly become 6 foot tall lads, or is that kid still off there somewhere?
So is there
It
a
could be
is
one
there a
of the
Night
lads-
King creche? Is what you're saying? Yeah.
Is there like a little creche full of like fucking supplicant Night Kings that can come
Well,
back?
the point is, if the Night King makes
Is that
you
going to be one
dead,
of the
right?
spin-off shows?
So
Yeah.
any babies that were there are dead.
Yeah.
But I think
Yeah,
I think the point is that Craster's last baby is Gilly's baby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's promised to the Night King. And I think that the Night King maybe gets reincarnated back into that fucking baby or some magic.
That's a big reach. I don't think
gonna
there's
go with-
toy
That's
into
too
that.
far of a reach.
I don't think.
I'm
That's
gonna
a
go.
big
That's too far of a reach and show with giant dragons.
No, but
No, I think
Right.
if there was a season or two to go, maybe.
That's a big reach for this show at this
Yeah.
point.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think they aren't doing anything.
This is like in V. Do you remember in V when she had the twins?
Yeah.
And the twin is fine, it's lovely.
Yeah.
And
the
the
other
same
one
time
pops
goes,
out and went, "Oh!" Yeah, remember that?
no, but she was
Terrible.
normal, and then you think she's grand, and then
Yeah.
the tongue
Yeah.
came out, and you're like, ah.
No, there was a.
It's
If
not-
anyone
they're not
is going to
doing
become a
anything
new Night King, I
complicated
think
now.
it could be Bran. I think the idea that maybe he gets stabbed with
I
dragons.
will be, lads.
And because that feeds back into the idea, everyone thinks that this is like a cycle
Recycle,
that just goes
exactly.
around and around.
If I find out that Bran just wagged into a couple of crows last week, that's all he done for like an hour.
Yeah.
He did, he was sky surfing.
I will
He had
lose.
to have done something.
I will lose my fucking rag altogether.
Yeah.
I lose my fucking rag with the show.
I-
He has to have done
It
something.
was terrible, but I think that's the case.
No,
just
he
a few
he has to have
crows.
done something else.
A few crows. What's fucked up? He's in the crows.
He was raising Krakens, obviously.
Imagine land the Krakens.
Nah,
And
there's
fucking-
not going to be any fucking Krakens.
No, I think we're done with the Ironborn now.
Yeah.
That's it.
There's boats. There's still
Now
boats.
Euron now's gonna fuck off. The minute he sees the boys arriving with dragons.
See, here's right, going on to the next episode just quickly, right? We've all watched the
I
coming
have
next
not
week.
seen the trailer. No, I don't give a fuck.
There's
about
nothing in it, right?
There's boats in it. Anyway.
But my point
Boats
is,
and hoes.
my point is,
Boats and hoes.
Euron's there with Cersei, right? Cersei hated Robert, right? despised him.
Yeah.
She hated the fact that she had to be married off like a piece of cow, right? She loves her brother and was willing to fuck her brother even though he's a brother. Her brother annoyed her for 5 seconds, so now it's fuck the brother, I'm going to fuck this asshole I don't even like.
Yeah.
They've turned Cersei into an awful character.
Yeah.
Like that season 1 chat where her and Robert and they talk, for 5 minutes we actually liked each other and then they laugh at each other. Brilliant character. Cersei now, fucking stupid character.
Stupid. Yeah. Yeah.
Ever since she killed her youngest son, I think she's been a ridiculous character. She's
There's
been
just too over
She's
the
become
top.
a caricature of herself.
Of herself. All that Sparrow stuff and all that stuff was great. I loved all that shit.
Yeah.
Oh, the walk of shame and everything.
Yeah, all that
I even loved
you actually
her.
felt sorry for her.
Yeah.
I even loved her after it, where she went on the fucking warpath. But as soon as her kid died, she just became stupid.
Yeah. Also, let's be honest. The Mountain has been fucking shite as well.
Yeah.
Like
as soon as I saw him,
his outfit is terrible.
But A, looks shy.
Yeah.
B, maybe once in that entire, since he became like the zombie,
He just goes.
he's actually done something where he crushed somebody's head or whatever the fuck it was. Maybe once in the entire show, since he became a zombie, has he done something?
Yeah.
Well, here's what I'm hoping for.
The game ball.
Right, well, before Clegane Ball actually happens, they're going to have to attack King's Landing. And I hope we get mountain going fucking batshit.
Hopefully.
Double-handed sword in one hand,
Yeah.
cutting folks in half, left, right, and centre. And then the Hound steps up, and then they have Clegane Ball.
Like the fuck was it? The Traveller from fucking God of War. Them bastards. That's what he looks like.
Yeah.
He's fucking swinging like a double-armed.
Fuck those Travelers.
Yeah, fuck them bastards.
Did someone say it was that episode 3 and episode 5 were the big shit-hot battles?
Yeah, Spaz Skinik is directed episode 5.
So the next one
It's
is...
the 2 episodes that are over time.
So next week is
No,
set.
the rest of them are all over.
They're all out.
They're all an hour 20.
Okay.
I read that there was a battle in every episode remaining. I don't know. If
No, the next episode is directed by the guy who did the first two, so it's chatty time again.
So next episode is talking in King's Landing and the lads coming down.
Scooter.
And then 5 is the scrap at King's Landing, and 6 is
6 is the fucking Ewok ceremony.
6 is the wedding and the
Yeah.
Ewoks.
yes, exactly.
Fuck's sake, lads.
I don't think there's going
And
to be...
Jar Jar playing the trumpet.
Yeah.
I don't actually think it's going to be a wedding. But
No, I think they're both going to die.
Hill.
Jon Snow and...
You were high as balls, lad.
No, I think they're dead.
Again, like I said, at this stage
we
of
said
this
that last
TV
week
show,
as well.
it's
Oh, he's
happening.
a song of ice and fire.
They're
Fucking
they're
way, lad.
dead.
It's Vince sending the fans home happy.
Of course it is.
Cena wins.
Yeah, Cena
Cena
wins.
wins.
Roman Reigns fucking on the 3 count every
No,
fucking week,
so
lads.
one of them dies. That's what's
No!
No, they're both dead.
No, it's
Maybe
perfect.
the book is
the king and queen.
This is just everyone's going to be.
What's mad annoying about it is
ever after.
Daenerys fucking giving out to him about fucking, but you're the firstborn male heir to the throne and all. So, well, you're the fucking firstborn female. It's perfect. You just have to get her, you stupid cunt.
No, you know what happened? She's
Like-
up the duff, very end scene. She spits out a prog, and the baby has blue eyes.
There's
There's
a
a
rumour-
time scene do you think happened?
There's a rumour doing the rounds that fucking Drogon, her dragon, is pregnant.
I said that to Karen last night. I was going, I'm watching the episode, and I'm sitting there going, I think the very last scene of the movie is there's a big fight. The dragons at King's Landing. They fire bolts into the thing. Dragons are all dead. The throne is resolved. We look over at the dragon corpse, and it pops an egg.
It might be dragon eggs, so it's probably not just going to pop out.
I don't think you're
Dead
going to
dragon.
see a dragon's vagina. Like,
Eggs come out of their asshole, I think, actually, in chicken.
Wherever it comes out of, it's not
Well,
popping out.
I don't think... I think they only have one hole.
Well, the dragons, we don't think they could have 9 holes. Who knows?
Jesus.
just one big
9
all
holes.
access
9
triple
holes
A
for 9
triple A
ropes.
pass.
But it's right. I
fucking
just think that we're going to think that no, the dragons are wiped out. They're no longer, and then 2 eggs pop.
Oh no, there's definitely going to be more
Yeah,
dragons.
no,
It's going
I
to be a
think,
callback.
yeah, I think they'll find eggs, or there'll be eggs somewhere.
Right, we'll knock this on the head for this week, and Jesus, lads,
You know what I'm looking forward to?
what?
Deadwood, because it's going to shit all over
Yeah,
this
that's
crap.
the end of next month, isn't it?
Yeah, straight after this garbage.
Yeah, Deadwood the movie,
Like the
TV show,
Oh.
the movie. I'm looking forward.
I
to this.
didn't watch it back in the day. Like I heard it.
You mad fucks, like top 3 things ever made.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What are you doing with your life?
yeah, absolutely amazing.
Kissing boys.
Me, I'm looking forward to the Sonic movie.